God.
We get it.
What's it like working with him?
Like this is like childish shit. Like he gets entertained by this. I'm like, the things that give this guy joy is the best.
Bro,
like it's
this
like
shit's for real.
it's like the bubble wrap in Amazon. I'm like, all right, go have at it, Bradley.
This shit's funny.
He's simple. He's on the simple
He's
side.
simple.
He's on the simple side.
Real simple.
All right, well, it's time to start this motherfucker.
All right, let's go.
So welcome back. We're doing our this edition of our podcast. We took a little bit of a break. You know, we got a guy on camera with us that he's sitting in on camera. He normally sits off on the side because he's ugly.
So ugly. God damn.
And so
We try to give him a haircut,
and we had to
but
beg
this
him to
shit
come
does
on.
not
So
help.
luckily, you know, he blessed us with coming on camera, and he's got the whole setup because he does all this on the side and then chimes in. So you'll hear him over there doing his thing. And Chris is actually the one that
Kind of got started doing
got us
this.
in. Yeah, because we did it on the pool table. We didn't. You did do it. We did the podcast.
Didn't do
Bradley
it.
was hoping, but he didn't get
All
lucky.
right, don't start with me, Mr. Pinky.
Here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. And so, you know, he got us on his pod. He asked us if we wanted to do it. We actually had a lot of fun. It was like, it was just a way to talk, let shit out, and just talk.
Yeah.
Just let it out. Let your opinion out. And so.
Because, I mean, this is pretty much what we do every day. I mean, we just fucking talk about everything, and we talk about everything with this fucking guy.
Yeah,
so.
he gets tacos around 2-3 times a week, so he just pops in.
Now here comes with the
See,
fat
this-
shame.
I would not even say
God
that.
dang.
No, and he
Starts early.
here you go.
Starts
He's
quick
so
with you
before
sensitive.
people
guys.
start
So
judging,
sensitive.
before people start judging shit,
Such a
I used to be
snowflake.
350 pounds. Bradley's dropped how many pounds?
56.
56 pounds. And so, you know, so we would never fat shame anybody.
I eat tacos.
Yeah, I eat tacos, but he'll come in here, grab some of our coconut waters. How many? About 3, and then bounce. 2.
That's
And then
how,
bounces.
that's how I met you, right? You were out there getting tacos?
Yeah. Y'all were painting the shop. Y'all were like remodeling it when you were just moving in.
We were just moving in.
Yeah. Like I don't even think you.
We
If
weren't
you guys
open
had
for
opened, it was
business.
like your first week.
Yeah,
maybe.
no, it was like, I think it was like our first week.
Yeah.
We
I
were
was
still
like-
doing construction our first
Oh, yeah.
fucking year. There were wires
Yeah,
and
oh,
shit.
yeah.
Like, so the electrician.
The
our
first
week-
day, there was.
we had to open up because
I think y'all were installing the record, the vinyl.
wall, the great wall.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because I remember the first day we opened, and there was like an electrical box.
Yeah.
And we were just like, we got to fucking open because we got appointments.
Yeah, we're booked up, and so you know,
Yeah, we had to make it happen.
luckily we were able to get that fixed, and so that's when you met, right? You
Man,
you
it
went
was
out
like,
there
I went out there and just
and
handed
like
him a car and
introduced her.
shit.
You know, were you
And he
attracted to him, or what were you doing? How'd you go to him?
mean,
What made
shit.
you go to him?
He was just there, just
He
standing
saw
there. He
this
looked
beard.
lost.
He saw this beard.
Yeah,
he
he
thought
Oh,
dollar
you're-
signs is what he thought.
You're doing that gorilla. You're doing that
Yeah.
gorilla marketing.
No, I
right?
did see his beard, and I was like,
I think
man.
that's even what he said. I think you were like, "That's a nice beard.
Yeah.
Who does your beard?"
Yeah, who
That
does
was
it?
that was Bradley's end.
And then he busted out his birds card on me.
This motherfucker here.
He's like, I just want a 3.
This motherfucker.
keep it
here.
simple.
Hey, well, we glad we
Now
got you.
we've made him get a taper.
Yeah.
So we're
Do you realize how
How'd
much
that go? How'd that go?
Yeah.
Hey, this
So
dude,
he always gets just a 3 on the side.
Just three all over,
Yeah,
three
3 all
everything.
over, and then just line it up.
Plain Jane.
And I'm just like,
Yep.
man, let's get you with the taper, hit you with the
Well,
funk.
so I had like a big interview,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Hey, you know what? I think you'd look really good with this taper. I've been wanting to do it. Let's do it." I'm like, "Okay, well, I trust you." So you get started, and then like the first thing you do is you just buzz
Zero.
like nothing into the side of my head, and I get real nervous. And you go, "Yeah, you're about to look real urban." I'm like, "I've got a job interview in 2 days, you son of a bitch."
He looked like Brad. I was like, that one looked
hey,
like,
that taper though was
I thought that
hitting.
was a filter on Bradley. I was like, is that Bradley?
Hey, that taper was hitting on him
Hey.
though.
When you were done, it looked super
Yeah.
fly, but when you got started,
I had to put in my baseline.
Did you,
Yeah.
And you were
did
like,
you
what
get
the
some love
hell?
out there with people?
Oh yeah,
They were
yeah.
like,
'Cause I
that's
put it
what's-
on Instagram. Everybody was like, "Oh, look at that! That looks fly."
So now you're a taper guy, huh?
I think
No,
so.
he's a taper
Down
guy.
converted.
Yeah,
That's what
but-
happens when you let your barber take over. They
Right.
guide you. They guide you. So yeah. So Chris has been rocking with us for a while. Chris actually has a podcast himself. It's It Never Hurts to Ask. Chris, let us know a little bit about you, man. The
Yeah.
who's, what's, wins, where.
Sure. So, I guess I'll start with the podcast. That's how I really kind of got close with you guys. You guys saw me a lot, but we didn't really like
Yeah.
talk and visit as much till I came to y'all with the podcast. It Never Hurts to Ask. It's basically me sitting down with people I find interesting and asking them whatever questions come into my head. Because even before I met you guys on the podcast, I would sit here and I would just ask you random barber questions.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, does this happen? What is this like? What's the biggest asshole customer you've got? Just curiosity. So I've done that. I've had you guys on. I've had professors, rappers, car designers, artists. I had a funeral director, just all sorts of weird, random people.
Those are weird people. People who fucking work in funeral homes. I know a guy who does embalming, and I mean, he's normal, but damn.
Yeah.
What's weird is how quick
different.
they can, like the funeral, like how quick they can turn that on.
Yeah.
Like, because one of mine's like a good friend, and we were hanging out watching a movie or something, and she got a call because somebody died, and she's sitting there hanging out, smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so, oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you what. And she just can turn that.
Damn. Oh, the sympathy.
That sympathy voice on a
man,
light switch is crazy.
I think a lot of people had that voice. My mom had it when we were on the phone. She was paying the bill, and we were acting up. And on the phone, it's real professional. Like, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for sure. I swear if y'all motherfuckers don't sit down, I'm going to whoop some ass. I'm still here. Yeah. I'm like, God damn. Yeah. So she had it like that, huh? She's on her way. Yeah, so them funeral people. So you have funeral people, artists.
Yeah, I've had episode I've got coming out is he immigrated from Burkina Faso in Africa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Came here on a student visa, speaking no English, and he fell in love with America.
They ain't sent him back yet?
Nope.
Because you know Trump's in there.
He got citizenship before Trump, thank God.
Oh, okay, nice. Thank goodness.
But he was saying that it's now because of Trump, the prospects of bringing any of his family over is pretty much nil.
Where's he from in Africa?
Burkina Faso.
Because that's what they back
West Africa.
back in the day. That's what they used to do, right? Like one would come over here and then just slowly bring.
Well, not that many. It would, and they still technically do it, but you could bring, I think maybe a direct like mother, father, or a wife, and I guess in certain like refugee situations, maybe sisters. But like you can't be bringing your aunt and uncle and third cousin.
Yeah.
You could never do that. You had to prove, oh, this is my mom, this is my dad. Whatever.
They've been a lot more strict now, too.
Yeah,
I bet you he won't go. I know people who are afraid to leave the country.
Yeah.
I don't think he has in a while. Well, but he's a citizen now. He's not even a resident, so he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Okay, because he's not a resident. That's what's up.
Yeah. But I've had him. I've had a Syrian refugee. She lived like through 6 years of the war with her husband in Damascus.
Damn, that's tough right there.
Yeah. She was a white girl, went to UT. I went to high school with her. She studied Arabic, went to study abroad, and fell in love with a Syrian man. And this is back when like Syria used to be like one of the most peaceful countries in the Middle East. And she fell in love. They decided to get married. I want to say it was something like 6 weeks after they got married, the first attack started happening, and the civil war broke out. And her husband is in the army, and that was never a big deal. But once the combat started,
they take sides.
They made him take his passport, and he had to start fighting.
Yep.
Because they made him what?
Well, because they took his passport so he couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Because once you leave, that's like you're a disgrace to whatever country.
Also because she was a white American girl, he was trained to be like infantry, frontline, special ops, all that like gung ho shit. Yeah. He magically, mysteriously got put back on like the back lines, tending like food and logistics and all of that. They think because of like Syrian intelligence, they just didn't know if they could trust the guy with the American wife. But so she lived through the war for 6 years. Her family was like, we'll pay whatever it costs to get you home. Let's go. And she was like, I'm not leaving my husband.
Damn.
Like, it was some legit true love shit, which is really awesome.
Damn.
But she's done the podcast.
That's ride or die right there, boy.
That's what it's about.
She's not even here sticking it out while he's in jail. She's over there riding it out with him.
That's
what
what
she talked about. Like their house got attacked by ISIS because they were one of the Christian families, and they came in killing and tearing up the houses of every Christian in the neighborhood. One of their Muslim neighbors lied and covered for them so they could get out.
I was just listening to a podcast about this the other day, and it was talking about like that's like a really big thing. Like over there, like over here, people hate Muslims, and over there, people hate Christians.
Yeah,
and it kind of goes back and forth. I mean, not everybody, but you know, in certain countries, that's how it is.
And she jokes about like she's like, oh yeah, like I could tell the difference between a rocket attack and a mortar attack just by the sound of it.
Damn.
And she's like, yeah, you'd have mortars hit 2 blocks over. It was just that's living in a war. And she was just so matter of fact about it. And it was so we talked about that. I asked questions about, what's it? How do you take a shower in a war? Like what's that? Like just real basic stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What was like that? What got you here to Austin?
Got a job back in 2013. They called me up. Hey, Chris, do you want to move to Austin? Yeah, let's do it.
Who's they? The man?
My old job, worked with a parking company.
What were you? So you were working at a parking company in Dallas, right? Dallas is where you're from? North Dallas?
Yep.
That's what's up. So then you got a job opportunity down here. You took it, and now here you are. You met Bradley at the taco stand, and never y'all been good buds ever since. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all got good chemistry. It's funny to watch y'all.
Here we go. This guy over here.
Y'all do. It's funny to watch y'all motherfuckers when y'all. Hey, that's different chemistry. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about right there.
I'm
that's
uncomfortable.
Type of shit. So you've been coming with us what, about a year, 2 years?
I think so.
We you know that shit. That's about as long as we've been here. We got our
Because we came here last year in July.
July.
Yeah, so that's right when I
Yeah, because
started.
that's been a year for me that I've been working full time cutting hair.
What?
It was a July.
Last July was a year.
This last July. So I've been cutting hair for a year and 3 months.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I know, man. It seems like just yesterday.
Your record collection has exploded from when I first started.
Man,
Like
I
it
remember
started as kind of like a neat decorum thing, and now you're just kind of a weird hoarder. Like
Bro,
it's not.
I'm saying we just put up. He just put up some pictures from the old shop, and I remember when I was over there when I first started, and I
I
was
couldn't
like,
even fill these racks.
Yes,
there was
you
like-
couldn't fill this rack when I started coming here.
But hey,
I remember there was nothing on the walls over
and
there.
I've been buying records at home now. So now I even have about a stack this big at home.
How
So
much of it is like you collecting, and is it a decorum
it's
vibe thing?
It's easy to shop for because it's
'Cause you know what you
music,
like, yeah.
you like music, and then every fucking cover is art. So
Yeah. 'Cause
I got
it
tons of records
It
at
serves
home.
two purposes, and I mean, but the thing about vinyl now is so fucking expensive.
Man,
you know
it
what
didn't
I'm
used to
saying?
be like that.
Unless you know about like the old shit or who to look for,
Or find a gold mine.
Yeah, but if you're gonna get something new, automatic 30.
You go to Half Price Books?
It's fucking
That shit's
they
the most
got
expensive.
expensive now.
Yeah,
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're the most expensive
they
out of
don't
everybody.
categorize all their shit.
Oh, they used to be dirt cheap.
Yeah,
now-
dirt
yeah,
cheap back then. That's
Bradley
right.
told
That used
about
to be
it.
the gold mine.
Yeah.
It was Half Price Books, but now
Because my
they're
friend
the
works
most,
there, and her
they're the most
collection is nuts.
expensive.
Because she would just
Well, she probably gets some.
poach.
She probably,
Yeah,
she probably,
early.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
early.
now they're the most expensive out of any record
All
store.
them
nuts.
places are expensive now. Goodwill's expensive. Half Price Books expensive. All them type of shits are expensive now. Because they know
It's money maker now.
Yeah. Those are the hot things
Yeah.
like fucking used clothes and
I mean, Goodwill sells shit that ain't used. You kind of get in between. There's a little. I mean, their stuff is not used there.
You've been
that they
finding
sell.
some nice shit though.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
you're rocking them polos.
hey man, hey,
motherfucker Bradley,
hey,
like,
that's
he
the
put
spot,
in
bro.
polo. He got, it's a church.
Hey, this is a church shirt.
It's
Hey,
a church shirt,
bro.
Like,
Ralph
look at-
Lauren.
Ralph Lauren. It's like this.
You go to that bougie one over on
Bro,
Bee Caves?
hey, the best. Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah. The
one
I
at
mean,
Bee
you can
Caves?
find. You just got to go after you get them. I just take them to the dry cleaners.
That's
You know what I'm saying? The shirt's like $4 for a Ralph Lauren shirt.
A Ralph Lauren, you
Yeah.
rocking them, huh?
Got all the buttons still. When they got all the buttons.
You get a lot of good shit. Them motherfuckers. Picture frame. I got badass frames. I got the frame. One of the frames I use for an art at a fucking. One
I
of
mean, for records. I mean, you can find. I mean, we go everywhere for records.
records.
I mean, you're always gonna
When's
find
the
stuff.
next record convention? We need to go to
it's
that.
coming
November
up.
8th, right?
November 8th
Yeah,
and 9th.
I'm gonna
It's
go
on
with you.
Saturday, Sunday. We meet here on Sunday,
Yeah.
the 9th. Just don't fucking show up though. It's an invite only. We only.
He says putting it on the internet
Hey,
for
because
everybody to show.
if you don't get invited,
Yeah.
try
Yeah, we ain't gonna
harder.
open up the door
Try
for your
harder.
ass.
Try harder. Don't make it awkward
Yeah.
for us looking at you on the outside, and we already told you, so
Yeah.
don't make it awkward for us. That record convention is coming up. Now the key with that motherfucker is to have cash and go on Sunday,
Yeah.
because Sunday's the last day. They're ready to break down and they're ready to make deals, and then they start announcing.
Some of them are
deals.
stingy though. Some of them are
greedy.
stingy.
They
I'm
greedy.
like, bro, stop.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
not,
I just show them my phone and it says the internet and I can see it brand new and
Yeah.
theirs is used.
Yeah.
And then I just be like, hey, bro. And then I just walk away. That's how you get them. You got to walk away. And then come back.
So it's like going to like a flea market in Mexico, basically.
Kind of.
or in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know Spanish?
No.
Well, it'd be U.S. because they speak English.
Well, they know English when I'm talking money.
Yeah. Like when I go to Cancun
He
and
can't
like,
pull up Discogs in Mexico.
yeah.
They're gonna be amazed by the phone.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
no doubt.
damn phone. But yeah, so the record collection definitely exploded. Definitely a reason to spend money.
Everybody's getting records now. It's crazy. Even tapes are coming back. That's
Fuck,
crazy.
fuck that. Unless
like-
it's a screw tape. What,
I know, but
what's
it's
the point?
weird,
Hey,
though,
but
like-
screw tapes are like 200.
For the originals,
Yeah,
yeah.
the gray ones. My buddy has a whole fucking thing of them.
Yeah.
From our youth. He has the books of DJ Screws, all the original Swisser Houses and fucking D4L. Do you know who they are?
D4L, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Snap Group?
No. DL. Yeah, no.
Yeah, laugh at that.
Nah,
That's D4L. That's what he's talking about.
Nah,
yeah.
there's another one in Dallas that came out right around Swisser House time too.
I don't know that.
DSR?
No.
What is that? The skate park?
Dirty South Riders?
Nah, I want to say it was I think it's D4L.
I don't know.
But it was like, anyways, he has all those type of shit. Motherfucker's got everything. He's sitting on a mini gold mine. We should rob him.
Speaking of Houston.
Man, tapes, man. There's some.
Chris, you go to the fucking door and sell newspapers, and me and Bradley
Get
go
in there.
in the back. I know where it's at.
I'm the friendly white face to like,
You're the unsuspecting.
I gotcha.
You're the unsuspecting nice guy.
sure.
They see suspect with me and Bradley.
Yeah,
suspect.
They're
Get
not
the
gonna
kids.
Hide him.
Yeah, they bring the kids to the door so you can.
It's Santa. He's just really young. He's got just for men in his beard.
Yeah. You got so that's what's up. Well, recently, man, we just had a fucking festival blow by, just like this fucking weather, but ACL. So from what y'all haven't been yet, so y'all really don't know what
I've
it's
lived
like.
here all my life. Been here 36 years, and I've never been to. I mean, for the longest time, I worked downtown, so I didn't really. I would always work, so I never got to it.
And how long you been here? Since
I've been here
13?
6 years. My thing is, I don't fuck with crowds like that. That's not how I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I don't either. It's hard. I like watching music really close. Like I like to be more intimate.
Like you want to pay for your seat.
No.
Like,
I'd
like
rather
that,
just
the
be like,
Crit show the other week was about as big of a crowd, about
exactly.
1,800-ish.
That was a week.
It was a week
It was
show.
a great show,
was a
but
week
I'm
show.
talking size-wise, crowd-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a
I'm
week
there
show,
with
man.
people enjoying the same guy.
Yeah.
Big Crit, you let us down on that one. We were
Yeah.
hype.
Man, we were hype
ever
as
since
hell,
we bought
Big
the
Crit.
damn tickets. We
Bro.
were playing your records and everything like that, and he only played a 45 fucking minute set.
I mean, it was
After your 15.
It was only
minute break.
$27, but still.
Charge me $3 more and give me 2 more fucking songs.
Are you going to
At
the
least.
H-Town Throwdown in a couple weeks?
Nah,
Which one is that? Is
hell
that the one with
no. That's
Zero,
one
Little
out there
Flip?
back there, Nutty
Yeah.
Cafe.
Nutty
Yeah.
Brown?
It was probably the worst rap show I've ever seen.
But who's out there, Lil Kiki this time? They got
It's
Zero.
going to be Zero,
Zero.
Kiki, Slim Thug, and Flip.
I might go.
You still might try
Oh
it
my
again.
God. Well,
That was such a... My problem was...
Are
like,
you going to Maxo Cream on
Oh,
Saturday?
you already asked me that. I'm not...
No, man. I just don't know his songs like that.
That's my problem is I
like the guy. I want to like him. I like what he's
but I
talking
don't know
about.
his music enough to like jam out to.
But y'all never just go to a show just to go see what it's about? Like there's
I'll do that. It depends on the music. Rap, not as much.
Yeah.
Just because rap's so lyrical, like you want to be able to kind of like connect
Vibe
with it.
to it?
Yeah.
Say the N-word with the song.
Yes, that's why I want to go be able to say it in public so bad. But if I don't know when it's coming up, then I'm just randomly yelling the N-word out and it gets super awkward.
Says it.
I thought it hit there.
He
Sorry,
says
guys.
it.
Sorry, I thought it was coming up, but it wasn't.
I thought that's what he was going to use. I would have used it there. I'm sorry.
My bad, guys.
Eyes on him. He's up there.
I like jazz music, stuff like
Hey,
that.
so what do you do at the concerts when they're about to drop the N word and you're word for word
said-
going hard? Like
He says
like,
it in his mind.
I've gotten better at quieting it down. I used to,
He looks around.
but I'm also like,
Did
this is
anybody hear
shitty.
that?
But I'm a big guy, so I've been at rap shows and I'm not thinking, or I'm fucked up and I'm
Yeah.
just rapping it. I'm not doing the Chris Rock "Say It Louder" than all
Yeah,
the other lyrics,
yeah.
but I'm rapping along to the song. And I've had like guys kind of look over at me, give me the look, but I've seen the thought process in their face. It's
he's vibing out.
he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
He's vibing out. He knows all the other words. Like he's not just waiting for that word.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a thing of it, but I've gotten better kind of as I've gotten more woke.
Yeah.
After I've talked with some other people, I've gotten a little better at least like
Yeah.
coming
Seeing
up to the word and then keep going with the thing.
different perspective.
And then you just go to. That's so funny.
I can only say half the words, so.
Yeah,
Which
which
half?
half? Yeah, which half do you go?
It just depends on how you.
You
feel
got to
that
go with
day.
the first half. It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, true that.
I say the whole
It's misleading.
goddamn word.
Of course you do.
So ACL, so y'all never been, man. Well, I went, and I went actually both fucking weekends during the fucking. Was it the
Jesus.
hottest?
Yeah,
the
the
second
hottest. They said it was hot. All the
the-
hot girl summer shit was out.
It
What
was
was they talking
it was
about?
the hottest. So
Hot
so
girl summer?
It was
so
like
when you walk in,
95. I couldn't know.
95.
They said it was like they said it was like
hell no.
98.
No, it was like 10 something.
Was it?
It was fucking
Oh,
hot. It wasn't even
fuck
in the
that.
90s. It was 100 or something. Like, all right, first of all, ACL fucks you over because you can't take ice in.
That's
Right?
shitty.
And I don't blame them.
So you can't take your drinking and shit, right?
You can't take any, like you could take a closed, I think you could take a closed bottle but you could definitely take it in an empty container. And they make you dump the ice out and then you go in and then you buy ice from the beer people. Well, it's $1 a fucking cup.
Just for a cup of ice?
A cup. It's
Not even for
$1.
the ice.
It's a cup. for $1. I'm not even talking about like the blue or red cup. I'm talking about like slightly bigger than the Dixie cup.
No.
For $1.
They're getting you because they got to buy bags of ice. Bags
but
of ice are expensive.
I'll tell you where they're getting you though. Here's the bullshit. It's not even like they tell you like, hey, ACL is taxing this $1 because we ran out of ice yesterday, and then you're like, well, all right, but they add it to the tip.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's not a service. It's not like a Bud Light, chips, and ice.
They make you tip them for the cup?
They show you the screen. They say, look, I'm adding the ice right here, and it says add $1. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So essentially, I guess it's a scam that the bartenders are all doing. Like, hey, charge $1 because so many people are asking for ice because it's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And so then charge $1, and then they add it to the tip. So then I was just like, well, fuck. Give me 3 fucking cups of ice and there's your tip. Oh, what the fuck? There you go. I got 3 drinks, so give me 3 ices with it. And there goes your
yeah, because
tip.
I don't think they can run a credit card. I think it has to be over that.
No, but even if you get a drink and the ice, because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I got beers and then $9 a fucking beer, and then $1 a fucking Pixie cup of ice, and then you get in there and then you just see. Like when you think of festivals, you think of like, you think of great music, great performers, but then you think of fashion and like all that type of shit. Just people wanting to show out. Like this is their show out time. And these motherfuckers here, boy, they're misled or something because they see Coachella and then when
I like that they all try to dress unique, but they all end up looking exactly the same.
They say it's a fashion show. I was reading a lot of like
hey, people be out there showing out. Like women be like their hair's done up, their makeup, like like they just didn't grab the shirt in the back and be like, let's get the fuck on. Like, let's make this happen. Yeah. Like they're showing a lot.
Yeah, like I read a big ass article. I read an article and it was just talking about, had a bunch of pictures and they were showing all the different styles that everybody was doing. And they were like, when did ACL turn into a fashion show?
They're
that
doing
was like
it.
the article.
They're doing it and I'm old enough to watch now. Like, hey.
You ever been to speaking of fat? You've been to Marfa, Texas, way out there.
I heard of
Marfa. I went out there one summer last summer.
There's a Gucci store out there or something. Prada.
For the Prada store, yeah, but it's like a bunch of like weird modern art and shit. But you go out there. I went out there. It was 118 degrees. Chicks were walking around in scarves and shit because they were all about the gram. They were all getting dressed up so they can pose by the Prada store and the this.
Is that the one out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. And so they get all done up. So like I'm climbing out of a tent in Marfa at a campground.
How's your scarf?
I'm not about that life.
No.
I'm in sweat. Yeah, I'm sweats and t-shirt now. I'm dressing for comfort out there. I'm not about to. They're wearing layers and stuff, and it's just that's not because that's probably how it is at ACL. They're like all. They're not dressed for like the heat in a concert.
No, they're coming for the photo, and like I said, what they see in like Coachella and Lollapalooza, and not necessarily Bonnaroo because Bonnaroo is a camping thing, but they see the women dressed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Looking fly. They see the celebrities out there wearing the new.
Have you ever been to any other festival?
No, but at this fucking festival, it's not like that. We're not in California. Where's Lollapalooza in Chicago?
Yeah.
We're not in Chicago during the fall season. We're in Texas in the fucking summer. And it's 115 degrees, and these fucking girls, now they walk in looking great, but give them about 30, 45 minutes.
They look like a melting wax.
After the drugs
all that volume in their hair.
Oh, man.
All that volume in their hair, the beautiful curls they had, now it's all flat. And their makeup is like, and they're fucking, they got dirt stuck to their legs because they're sweating, and the wind, it's windy than a motherfucker. And then we have a handy rain.
Yep.
So it is dusty. I mean, I had to wear a bandana majority of the time because it was so fucking dusty.
Oh, is that dusty?
Yeah, because you see it. Like, you'll see the dust, everywhere. And you're like, are you going to walk through it or are you going to fucking...
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy to me. Like, man, it's so crazy to see people's videos and they're like, fucking can't even barely see the person. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
That's I want to be.
Yeah, you're
like
going.
Stubbs,
you're packed around people, all to watch a TV screen 200 yards away.
Well, it just depends on
well,
how
they do the same thing in a football game. They do the same thing.
Yeah.
But you gotta pick on what you're gonna do. All right. So in the beginning, obviously, it's gonna be the smaller names. So then you get to discover new people. You know what I mean? Like that's where you go discover the people, and then as the show later on, the show goes on. Each stage has different times. Like 1 hour's over here, 1 hour's over there. Sometimes you gotta leave 30 minutes early just to go be over there and whatnot. But if you really just plan it right, I mean, look, we saw Gary Clark up front row.
Was that the one Trey? I saw Trey showed up.
That was the second week he came out. So we saw
we saw him at Stubbs too.
Yeah, we saw Gary Clark week 1, and we went to the very front. right? Nobody pushing, everybody in the peace pipe, talking, hanging out. And then, you know, you had to make a decision. Do you want to go fucking see 21 Savage, or do you want to kill 1 hour right here up front and then watch Childish Gambino?
Gambino sounds like the better play.
So that's what
I
we
heard
did.
that was a dope set.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna tell y'all, that motherfucker was cold. Hey, that motherfucker.
Were you at the one where he was like out in the grass, like out in front?
I have a video where he's like this close.
Yeah.
Like I have a video where he's like rear along the fence, and he's doing like a James Brown type deal, like they having to stop him from performing because he's just gonna perform till he exhausts himself. And so they're dragging him right by us, and he's like singing, like I'm like, damn, get this motherfucker get us some water, keep going. Say shit, that motherfucker said, keep singing Red Bone, baby, keep singing Red Bone, because it's going down tonight. Hey, that summer breeze came on, or summer night feels like summer. Mm-hmm. You heard that song?
Yeah, but I don't know by name.
I looked at my girl. I said, we fucking to this tonight. Like, I'm letting you know right now.
After you clean all the dust out of your cooch and everything.
After I hose your ass down, after I hose my fly girl off, that she was just like Coach. Now she knows what's up. Yeah, she knows what's up. She goes every year to she takes music way more serious.
Because y'all went the next weekend
on Friday.
My boy sold you those tickets or whatever.
So it's on Friday, and now the cold front's in.
Yeah.
Right.
See that if I was ever going to go to ACL, that weekend would have been the weather to do it.
Yeah. You.
But everybody got screwed though that weekend because Megan Thee Stallion didn't come. Cardi B showed up late.
Yeah.
Lizzo murdered it.
Yeah, but everybody
that's
didn't. But everybody
all I
wanted
would
to
have
see her.
gone to see is Lizzo.
But everybody
Lizzo,
wanted to see her, but the stage was too damn small.
Yeah, and then she wanted to move to a bigger stage. They said they offered her a bigger stage, but she said no.
What?
Yeah. I read that she declined to go to a bigger stage. Like they
I heard
wanted to
that
put
she
her on
was. It was so crazy for that second weekend that was it Third Eye Blind? Was it?
Yeah, Third Eye Blind.
They finished their set and they turned that stage's screens onto her because it was just so.
Yeah.
I had friends who've been like for years and years and years, and they said that the turnout for Lizzo was the craziest crowds they've ever seen.
The craziest one I ever seen was fucking Kanye West. And that's Coldplay was co-headlining with him, and it was the most ridiculous.
Did you go to the Outkast year?
No, I went when Big Boy was there.
Okay, the Outkast and Big Crit are probably the only two ACL sets
But
really.
that Outkast, that was that year they did Lollapalooza for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Like their reunion one. I heard that show was weak.
I don't know. I know that I heard it over on South Lamar. Because it was so loud, you could hear word for word what they were doing.
Yeah.
And so I just hung out on top of a parking garage listening to their whole set.
Since you were by yourself, did you say the N-word?
Oh, yeah. I yelled it extra loud.
Fucking so stupid.
I hear like singing in the restroom after the shower, like an opera singer. He wasn't so.
Yeah, but maybe next year I might have to check that out, man.
Hey,
Y'all
you gotta
keep on
have you
talking
been to
about
Fun Fest?
Yeah, back in the
that one seems like it'd be more fun than ACL.
It's not Fun Fest anymore.
What
they
is
don't
it?
even do it anymore.
Fun Fest.
They got rid of it?
They do Fun Fest?
The one right here at
Yeah. They still do Fun Fest, right?
I don't know.
I thought they did away with Fun Fest.
Did they?
After Boys to Men, right?
No, I don't know. I went to Fun Fest though when they had
No, the Fun Fest. That's the Bat Fest, right?
No, that's Batfest.
so-
Fun Fest used to be on Auditorium Shores, and it was like 2 or 3 stages,
Yeah.
like a comedy stage,
Yep.
and 2 or 3
and they
music
have like
stages.
extreme bikes. They do a little bit more local shit.
Yeah.
It'd be like.
I thought
also-
the last one they had was Boys to Men, right?
It's more like the casino in Oklahoma compared to Vegas. Like Fun Fest is Oklahoma.
That's what I'm saying. It looks just a little bit smaller, a little
a
little
bit
more
less.
spread out.
I mean, it's still
didn't
tight.
they have like a shanty there or something?
I don't remember.
I just remember the year they had they had Run the Jewels. That was the year
Run the Jewels
the dude
did it.
ran
Yeah.
up on the stage and Killer Mike fought that dude on stage
What?
because the dude was trying to like attack LP.
Damn,
And Killer Mike intervened and like had to grab that dude and everything like that.
Damn.
Yeah, that was at Fun Fest. So,
That's
yeah.
a show I want to go see.
What?
You said that shit.
Oh,
Run the Jewels.
Man, they
Run
were
the
fucking
Jewels.
nasty, bro.
Stubbs?
That's a good show to see. Like,
See, that's the biggest
crowded
venue.
as hell.
Like that I really like. That's about the biggest venue. We saw Gary Clark there for the late night show, the ACL one.
I saw
Yeah.
Pat Green there once. That's the whitest thing you're ever going
Pat
to hear me
Green?
say.
Yeah, that is pretty
Country
white.
singer.
that
Yeah, that is
and
pretty
and
And
like that too. And
You saw Pat Green?
yeah, it was for work. We got Crawfish Festival, so we got VIP. So it was all you could eat crawfish.
Yeah.
So I'm already there.
So
and then Pat Green was performing, and my friend that I took really liked Pat Green. I was like, well, all right, you watch me.
Laid?
No.
So you
It's
watch
hard
Pat
to get
Green
laid
play?
when somebody watches you stuff your face with like 8 pounds of crawfish. It's not the sexiest look a guy can pull off on a date.
But this wasn't the first date.
No.
They're all first dates.
And last date, yeah, exactly. To see how I put down crawfish.
He's going for home runs every day.
Yeah. One hitter quitter over there, buddy.
One hitter, huh? Yo, you laying them down. You slaying them, huh?
You're awful.
I'm still sad though about Gary Clark not seeing the land. Nobody else said anything about it.
Wait, you're sad that what?
Look, we went to go see Gary Clark at ACL at Stubbs. They do late night shows, so they did Thursday and Friday. He did Jackie Vincent. She fucking killed it. Gary Clark killed it, but I was a little sad that they didn't do the land. I was like waiting for that song. I was just ready for that song. I was just like, damn. To me, that's one of the best songs on his album.
It is. It's his best song, but he didn't do it at Red Rock when I went for Labor Day.
But he might have did it because you said you left.
He didn't do it.
He didn't even do it.
He didn't do it.
I just wonder if I don't know why he didn't do it. Maybe he just does different sets. But like I was just like,
You know
man,
what we do? We gotta ask our boy, his piano player.
Yeah.
Ask
I mean,
him.
I just want.
I'm
Man,
like,
just
look, I'm gonna tell you
like I
something.
hope that he did not. I hope that he didn't do it. I hope that ACL said. I hope they didn't tell him not to do it
Why would
But-
they
but
tell him
because
not
they
to?
did it at AC. He did it at ACL.
But Stubbs,
Sure.
but Stubbs was
But
an
so-
ACL thing.
That's what I'm saying. I know, but maybe they said because it's a late night show, so maybe he didn't do that song. You're only going to do that song at ACL.
You're creating that.
I
Yeah.
hope.
You're
Or he's got a whole catalog of music and one about to do the same song at two shows in a row.
I mean, I saw him 3 times this year.
That's a number one song though.
I
That's
saw
like
him
his number
three-
one song
Number
on this
one?
album.
Number
well,
one?
it's top 3 on Spotify.
I saw him 3 times this year, and I only saw him do it at ACL. And honestly, like, it wasn't like, here's the song. It was like one song ended, and then you realize that he just went into that song,
Yeah.
and then he played it. It wasn't like a big grand
yeah.
entry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I don't know if he's even treating it like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure. Maybe I'm just sad
You
about
heard
it.
this song before? It has your favorite word in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well, then
it's
I'm
actually in the chorus.
For
right?
right now, that's like a very like for a lot of people. I mean, there was people up there fucking screaming. So.
It's an aggressive song. You never
Yeah.
heard it? He's talking
I don't
about
think
like.
so.
Might
he's
have been
like,
too many.
You're telling me when to go home,
Yeah.
but you brought me here.
Run,
Like-
nigga, run. That's
I couldn't say that.
run, nigga, run.
You gotta say just the
that's
first
like
half.
they don't even play it on the radio
That's the-
probably because
that's
of
the
that.
hook.
Go figure.
Yeah,
so
for
that's
sure.
the hook,
But it's a
like-
good ass song. I
Yeah,
mean,
too.
it's powerful.
Because he like
The
it sounded
video's
like this,
powerful.
like,
The song is powerful.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
saw him do it at ACL.
ACL, but it wasn't like nothing crazy. He didn't like.
Did the
like-
crowd bust it out?
No, I mean no, because the dude you got to go see Gary Clark.
Yeah.
It's
Gary
a
Clark's
mag- it-
like,
on
dude,
my
he
list.
fucking killed it.
It's
Like,
a
I'm not
magical
saying I'm
thing.
not mad at him. I'm just like, fuck, I wanted him to sing that song
Like
because it's powerful to me.
Like to see him like the way he
Maybe
play-
it's one of those like too emotional for him to do all the time songs.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. I was ready for him to say. I was ready.
What are
Man,
you gonna do?
I was waiting to see the white people say the N word.
You're just gonna look around. You're gonna look for Chris's in
Yeah,
the
I'm
crowd.
gonna look.
huh?
Hey, you're not on my side.
yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
go. Hey, say it one more time.
They're gonna be like, "Bitch, you."
And
know.
I'm gonna like chime in behind him. He's only half offended.
They know.
He's
they
only
know.
half offended.
They know.
No,
They can tell.
no,
that-
but it's to me that
the
was like
caramel
that was a
complexion
very.
gives it away.
When I
Yeah.
heard that song, I was like, damn, that's a song right there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
remember we just played. Like,
It's a deep-ass song.
Like one time I just bought the record. I just bought the record and we just played it. That was our first time hearing it. And that song was like, damn, that
man.
motherfucker went in.
Yeah,
on this
went in.
motherfucker.
Went in.
Like we had to turn down the shop. Motherfucker was looking at us.
I'm like, that song right there, that song right there, that was like one of the first songs that I heard Gary Clark, really. And I was like, man, this dude is fucking sick as hell.
You see that song? You know I'm a fanboy. You see the song he did with Bun B about
Yeah.
Pimp C?
Yeah.
That one gets me teary eyed. Just Bun B. Well, he did he had a video where Bun B flew out to Austin, went to his ranch, and they did like an a cappella version of it.
Oh, nice.
And Bun B looks like he's about to cry in the video. So now I'm getting choked up
Oh,
because
here we
Bun's
go.
getting choked up.
Here you feel Bun's pain.
I do.
This motherfucker, like twins.
Man, Gary Clark's the shit, bro. He represents Austin really
Hey,
good
and
too.
at the end of his
he
show, that's
brings
what he
out
says.
people. He shows love to Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do
that's
y'all
what you
know
like.
Ephraim Owens, trumpet player? He's super fit. He's at Continental. He's like an Austin legend trumpet
older
player.
guy, right?
A little older guy, tall, skinny guy. But he's played with like Aretha. I think he's played with Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
He's just a legend in Austin. But he was my neighbor for a while, and I had no idea. I knew he was a musician. I didn't know he was a big deal. And so I was Ephraim Owens,
Yeah.
trumpet player. But so I was at Birds before I met y'all, waiting for my haircut, and they had a book of, the book was called Austin's Musicians. It was like a whole bunch of Austin's most famous, and I'm flipping through it, and there's my neighbor sitting there with his trumpet, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize he's a big, because
He's a badass.
He's super humble about it. But yeah, he's
You
toured
never
the
saw
world.
musicians go over there? You didn't blaze up with him? You didn't?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he'd come over when I had parties. He'd come over.
Oh, nice.
One birthday party, I didn't even, because he's always touring, he's traveling the world. I didn't even think to like, hey man, I'm having a party, come over. 1 a.m, he just knocks on the door with a bottle of wine. He's like, hey, I heard it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Damn, thanks, Ephraim.
That's
cool.
what's up.
But I see him down at Elephant Room every now and then.
Yeah, Elephant Room's old school, man.
That's old school right there.
Crazy Austin trivia, since this is kind of an Austin-centered podcast. I learned this yesterday. Do you know how Elephant Room got its name?
Mm-mm.
The 301 Congress, that office building, that's where I work. When they were digging that and they were building it in 1985, they found a giant mastodon fossil, like big
Damn.
woolly mammoth elephant thing.
I remember hearing about that when I was.
And they, excavated and everything, and they kept it at the office. When they finished building the office, they had the fossils all displayed and everything. And when Elephant Room opened, because they found the elephant fossils down there by that basement,
That's why they called it.
that's why they called it Elephant Room.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Fun Austin trivia that I just found out.
That's
I wanted to share with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Well, we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Did your boy ever play with Gary Clark?
I don't know. I should ask him.
Ask him.
I would imagine if he's had a trumpet player,
Yeah.
he probably has.
Gary Clark puts a lot of people on from Austin. He's
Yeah.
Jackie Vincent.
He had
You
DJ,
said
they've
Trey.
not-
He brought out Trey.
DJ
Yeah.
Corrupt he had.
He had DJ Corrupt. He had another, I think Michael. He plays with the
I would
Peterson
be
brothers.
surprised if they don't know each other.
He
Yeah.
had Zilla 32, and I think they had what's the other guy's name? The group. Fucking damn.
The
Black
Peterson brothers. Oh yeah, but he brought the Peterson brothers out to do solos at ACL, which is tight. Like he spotlights them like local artists. Because I mean, you just recently heard of him? I mean, I used to.
It's not that I recently heard of him, but that song
Yeah, like
for
the
me,
song.
that was like
You
all
like
right,
recently really got into him.
yeah, like I mean, I liked him before, but this song, that was like a song, and I was like, man, this song right here is gonna touch a lot of people.
Yeah.
that's the first. I was like, this song right here is like.
Hey, but that dude used to play Happy Hours here in Austin.
Yeah.
I know,
Gary
shit.
Clark. Yeah, that's crazy, right? And
Yeah, I mean,
motherfuckers-
it's-
but now what is tickets? How much was it for at Stubbs?
It was $75 just for general admission,
For the
and I
rec-
don't know how much it was for VIP.
We were in VIP. Luckily, we know we didn't pay 75 either. We know people.
Yeah.
We got people. But he brought on the Peterson brothers, and those guys are gonna be playing in our shop on the 27th. That's our fucking 3rd year anniversary. We fucking made it.
3 years, man.
3
it's fucking
years.
crazy to think about.
3 years and we made it. You've been coming here you've been working here what, a little over like a year and a half maybe?
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, longer.
Because it was before we moved here in July. I started in that November, so right before that. So it's been about almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this November.
So then, and we're celebrating our 3rd year, man. And we got the Peterson brothers, which is tight. They're going to be doing their thing in here, performing. Man, what do you think these past 3 years? I mean, 2 years you've been here. How these past 2 years been? Pretty fast? Taking forever?
It's been fast, man.
It's crazy, right?
It's been crazy to think the growth. I mean, because I remember being at the other shop. I remember just sitting there. We'd be there fucking.
Me, I'd be sitting there. Like,
I went
looking at
from,
everybody.
from clients. I went from, there would be days where I didn't do anything to having one to just growing to now where
Yeah.
I'm busy, you know what I mean? And then just looking around, like how far we've come from that shop. I remember when we had 2 rows of records. I remember when I first got there was no rows.
None.
And then we started talking about it, and he was like, hey, let's do rows of records. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. So then we had a little rows of records. I mean, we put up pictures.
I actually wanted to do these. So when I first got in there, I was like, I'm just gonna start collecting vinyl because I didn't have any vinyl. Vinyl wasn't my thing. I just had one record, Urban Cowboy, and that's my favorite. One of my favorite movies. And when I was looking at I went to an antique store and it was there. And I was like, I didn't even fucking know that they made soundtracks for records, and especially this one. So I bought it, and I never had a record player. And then then somebody bought me a record player, and then when I moved to the shop, I didn't have anything to put in the shop. If you look at like the shop photos from before at the other shop on Congress, the walls are empty. Like there ain't like you'll see one day you'll see, like on one photo you'll see a new piece that I saved up a little bit of money, got that, and on like months later you'll see another piece and another couple $100 went there, but then the record. So the original plan, this is like what I was looking to do in my other shop was do the entire barbershop wall records.
I mean, you almost got it.
But this is just like this is more of a sophisticated rendition of that, I think. What I was looking to do, but
I still miss the pool table.
But you never played.
And I say that I was just about to say I never played a game.
No,
we used that. It was just
I just
we
like
just
the
used it for
aesthetic of
rolling
it.
dice.
Yeah, rolling dice.
When are we going to have a poker night? I was thinking about that the other night. I want to have like a legit come in like a couple $100.
How many people
like,
do you know? Like how many people do you know that will
I
play?
could probably get 1 or 2 in, plus us 3.
I mean,
like how many more do you like?
I don't know.
I mean, I think we just need.
How many people do we need?
I mean, we could make a flyer for it and fucking.
But how
do
many
it.
people do we need?
At least 10.
10.
At least.
Well, what are you going to get another table in then?
I mean, that's what we were talking about. I mean, we need at least 6.
I'm just thinking about like
we really
a poker,
need at least 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a poker night with 5, 6 of us. Make it a cash game. Just come in.
You want to lose your money?
Oh, I'd hemorrhage. Dude, I'm such a compulsive bad gambler.
Well, that's what we want. We
Yeah,
want a
exactly.
bunch of donkeys.
So you
that's
want-
what we want.
You
They have
want me
what's
in
that?
here?
They have that gamble place down south now where they play poker.
5-1-2 shuffle.
You been there?
Uh-uh.
What is it,
Do they
Bradley?
pay for
5-1-2
cash?
shuffle. Yeah, they charge you by the hour. I think that's what it is.
How the fuck is that legal?
Because they don't take an ante. If they take an ante, it's against the law. That's like a casino. So that's what they do is they charge
So
you by
you
the
and
hour.
I can gamble each other's money,
Yep.
but the casino can't get a cut.
Nope. They give it
Gotcha.
hourly. So you
You're
pay
charging
$10
them
an hour. And
So it's more of a club. You're paying to
Exactly.
come in here. I
Yep.
gotcha.
That's how they run it.
That's a silly worker. I just watched a movie the other day about this chick who ran like a high-profile poker game for a bunch of celebs back in the day.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah. Just watched it, and
Pretty good. But
Yeah,
that gets
wasn't bad.
grimy though, because
Yeah,
you start
well,
taking
because there's-
antes. But this one is legal. They have them. There's like 4 or 5 of them. They had one get robbed. It was probably about a year ago. Really bad. It got robbed. Dude got robbed. They shut the house down. That was like at a house.
yeah.
And then they passed this law. Where, I don't know what law it is, but now you can have them. They have them all over the place. There's like 4 up north. There's like 2 down south.
My problem is when the first guy that like comes in needing a steak fucks you over. How you don't just break his goddamn knees?
Because it's poker. You know that literally you could come there, win money, and then bounce. That's poker.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens everywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, but like happened in that movie where somebody's like, "Oh yeah, stake me for $1 million."
But nobody's gonna do
Not
that.
not here and there. No, you and I are not staking each other for $1 million.
Yeah.
But stake me for 500. You're still gonna be
Not gonna
chasing
do
me
that
down
either.
for $500.
I would never give you money to play me.
You did it like last weekend.
Nope, not gonna do it.
We'll set up a poker night soon.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
What else we got going on?
Man, we got a lot, man. We got a fucking end of the year coming up. Fuck, we got our 3rd year anniversary.
Tell
Let
me
you
about
a
this.
little
Sell
bit
me
about
on it. Tell me why I want to bring a girl.
A girl?
Well, fuck, it's gonna be a first date, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
So it don't even, if you want to make if you want to get laid, bring her.
All right.
Bring
'Cause what are we
her.
doing? We're-
Sold, guaranteed. Bring her. you'll get
RSVP.
laid. Yeah,
Food,
good.
drinks. Got an RSVP.
Yeah.
We're not feeding your ass and we ain't giving you nothing to
We
drink.
ain't pouring you up nothing. We ain't feeding you. We're gonna have open taco bar. We're gonna have an open bar.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the Peterson brothers.
We're gonna have a DJ.
We're gonna have a DJ. We got
Who's the DJ?
It's gonna be Abe the
Abe the
Assassin.
Assassin. You know,
We
he's a legend. All y'all from downtown, y'all know where he's at.
Is he old? What's old?
Does he play hip-hop?
Yeah,
That's a
he's
legend.
tight. He's
That dude
tight.
is nasty.
He's nasty.
He used to be at Dogwood. I know he's at Dogwood.
He mixes
back
like
in the day.
he'll
He'll mix anything
He
in
can
anything.
mix any style, like in a mix though. You know what I'm
that's
talking about?
pretty
Abe
Which is
the
tight.
Assassin is a legend in Austin.
Yeah, so he'll be on the Ricky the ones and twos. We're gonna have, like I said, an open bar. We're gonna have prizes. Fuck.
Tons of prizes. Who we got?
We got food. We got coffee. We got a photo shoot. We got a 1 month workout membership at Heat Boot Camp across the street. We got the Booze Crew. What is it? The Pub Crawler?
Yeah, the
Austin
Pub
Pub
Crawler,
Crawler. They're gonna be doing
Like the pedal bikes?
yeah,
I don't want to win that. Let me win something
don't
else.
win.
Thanks.
Don't win.
We know you don't
I'll
want to
trade that in. Yeah. No. I'm not trying to get my cardio in
That's
while I
gonna be for
drink.
4 people,
people,
so
yeah.
you could take you and double
3
date.
really good bicyclists, so I can just cruise.
Here we go.
So yeah, we're gonna have some great prizes to give away, all that fun shit. So make sure you RSVP. Come on out.
It's gonna be early. It's
1 to 4 on a Sunday. I understand most people are having their fucking Halloween parties.
You gonna have the games on at the same time?
Yeah, we're gonna have the games on. Not the Texans though. They're trash.
Wait, the Cowboys have a bye week?
I don't know.
If they have Cowboys have a bye week, TVs are off.
I mean, they've had a bye week for the last 3 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking dude.
Oh, what the hell is that?
You're an Eagles fan, so just be quiet.
Yep.
You're an Eagles fan?
You say that every time the Eagles come up. You
I
an
don't
Eagles
pay
fan?
attention.
I know you don't. At least Bradley listens.
Well, because he cuts your hair all the time. He has to listen.
He's always
to
talking about Philly cheesesteaks and shit. That's the only reason I know.
Oh God, Philly cheesesteak's so good.
See, look at that.
So we play y'all this week.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna whoop that ass.
You gonna put a little $20 on it? Or
He
what?
don't want to put no money on it.
We'll argue about it off camera though.
I'll just put 20. You want to put 20 on?
See, he doesn't want
Just straight up.
Just friendly $20 bet.
Just straight up.
Just whoever wins.
Yeah.
Your team versus my team.
All right.
All right. We'll just.
And then I'll hit him up for a spread.
You don't want it. I'm not giving you no damn points. Fuck that. I ain't that dumb. Jason Garrett's still our coach.
He was super confident until the spread came in there.
What was the
Because
spread?
he was trying to give me points. I was gonna take that bet.
Oh.
I don't know what the spread is.
Exactly. I
Look.
almost tricked your ass.
I hate you. You're so dumb.
This is their little argument that they have. So you have somebody in mind you got lined up for the party you gonna bring?
I'll probably throw out a couple feelers.
How does that work? Like,
you want to go to this thing at this barbershop Sunday afternoon?
So that's a second date.
Yeah, usually. No, yeah, I'm probably not bringing like a
new.
total. Yeah, no.
You're gonna bring somebody you haven't slept with yet, but you want to.
A little pinky
We'll
action.
see.
Don't bring the mountain you already conquered. That's a waste. You're wasting this opportunity. I'm telling you. Bring somebody.
Free food and free drink.
Bring somebody you're trying to get with, and then you're a part of this, and then all that, man. Your dick just got a ½ inch bigger. Now you're 2 inches. You see what I'm
I'm
saying?
at a solid 1.5 inches now.
Shit. So you gotta bring the one you're trying to knock off, not the one you done did. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, we'll see how y'all's wingman game is.
Man, I'm phenomenal.
I can't imagine Bradley's that good.
I'm a
though.
hater, so I'm
Bradley's
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a hate the whole time. I'm gonna say you owe me money.
Hey, you don't want to bring a second one because we already know what that means. We already know what went down, and I ain't shaking her hand.
So terrible.
I'm not shaking her
So
hand.
terrible.
So only bring a first date. So we'll see y'all hopefully at this damn party, and we'll get to meet the lucky lady.
Chris's hot second date.
The lucky lady that you're gonna be bringing.
Well, I was going to ask y'all what your favorite, like the best live show you've seen in Austin is.
Yeah. The experience for me, because I don't really go to like a lot of live shows, but the experience being in here, like listening to Kalu, like the way he did it here was just badass.
Yeah.
Him,
all of them. Everybody.
Yeah,
the Estrada
it was just so intimate. Yeah, it was just so
everybody.
intimate, and just that was just sick as fuck.
Like that to me, because like I could go somewhere and hear great music, but I won't feel it like the way you see what I'm saying, like it was in here. And maybe because it just was small, and it was just something that we wanted to do, not like we had to go get out to go see. Like we set this shit up. Y'all come to us and do your thing, and here we go.
Yeah, because I really don't go to too much live music.
Every hour
he goes away more than me.
And every hour was another band. So then every hour there was a band outside warming up, and we opened the door, and like the smoke from upstairs would eventually like work its way outside.
Because Gary Clark was badass for me. I mean, that shit was sick. Jackie Vincent was pretty sick too. That was
I mean, those are like automatic. You know what I mean? Like you already know.
So what's yours?
Mine, I don't even know the name of the band.
The Houston Throwdown?
Yeah, that was great. Dude, that was were you up in the VIP? You were in the back. You weren't in like that little.
Normal.
I was up close.
You're in the VIP spot?
Sucks.
You always get VIP.
You pay VIP?
Big Critty at VIP too.
I want to get close.
This dude, he wants to touch people.
So I saw Chris, but did we acknowledge each other?
We saw each other walking in.
Like in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he was walking with this girl, like this tall Dane. She was a tall little Dane. And I thought that was like your main girl. I was like here's just my thought, all right? Because it didn't work for me. Like chubby dude got game over there, boy. He got a bad one on. He got a thick. He got a thick with the. Well, you got to fight some men on
He
her.
took the VIP.
That's what I'm saying.
He's over there tricking.
Yeah, he couldn't even let her go to the bar.
Yeah,
Hell no. This
he's
is
over there tricking.
H-Town throw down there to snagged her up. He had been waiting for his drink.
What's the crowd like out there?
It was such trash.
Yeah, it was
the white. I know I'm
was
the
hick.
white dude saying this, but yeah, it's white hick. Like it's that group of old white.
Like it's like
but up front,
it's like
so
a
I'm in
Pat
VIP.
Green concert, but
Yeah.
Little Flip was
But
there.
we started moving that gate closer.
But yeah, they had to because it was empty. No, but there were kids up there with us. I had to grab this woman. She was in her like 40s. She was smoking a cigarette and drunk, and the cigarette kept getting up close to the back of this kid's head. I'm like, first off, I shouldn't be worrying about a kid's safety.
Yeah.
Second off, what do you do? I had to like grab this woman and like pull her. I was like, you're about to light this kid's head on
the
fire.
concert?
At a Lil Flip, Slim Thug, Paul Wall concert.
and Mike Jones.
There was like,
Mike Jones too.
He was man, look,
Bro,
He
I
was
saw
rough.
Chameleonaire.
He didn't, man,
I saw Chameleonaire.
man.
I've still
Slim
never seen
Thug
Chameleonaire.
and fucking Paul Wall. It was a long ass time ago. It was when Paradox was still
That was a
open, so
good
it
ass
had
show.
to be $10.
That was a good ass.
That
show
was like
right
way.
there.
That was way before they got. That was when they were still together.
Oh, I can tell you a tight show was when David Banner opened up for Ludacris at Stubbs. Ooh,
David
shit.
Banner?
And this is when David Banner,
Was
Ludacris just
David
had
Banner?
like 2 albums out, maybe maybe his first. Oh,
So
man.
it's like super hype David Banner.
Oh my gosh!
Did
wanna
he
right
take
here?
his shirt off?
Was it before Play?
This was,
it before Play?
Cadillacs on 22.
So before
Oh,
Play.
that's my favorite David
yeah, this
Banner.
was what was that song you had with Flip?
Like a pimp?
Yeah. Oh,
Like a pimp.
Well, he's a bark on the damn. Like, oh my god,
Mississippi. That was
That
from
concert
Mississippi
was
too, right?
so
Yeah.
hype. That concert right there. He took my boy Pedro.
Oh yeah.
He took Pedro's. Pedro passed him a blunt, and he kept it. And Pedro was mad that he kept the blunt. I was like, "Don't fucking kill it, man. That's what your ass gets. That's what your ass gets." But yeah, that was. But
I
that
saw
was,
T.I. back in the like Rubber Band Man trap music
before
days.
he beat up Little Flip.
Yep. No, it was probably right in the middle of that beef. It's probably
did he
when I
beat
saw
up
him.
Little Flip, or he
No,
just
No, they
punched
just
him?
talked a bunch of
Yeah.
shit.
No, he punched him.
Oh, did he? I
Yeah,
don't know.
because he punched. Okay, so back then T.I. got into a fight with Little Flip, and he couldn't go to because he had a show that night. He had a show in Austin in Pflugerville. I forget the venue. T.I. did.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly he got into a fight with Little Flip in Cloverland, and then Flip's entourage punched T.I. That's why he couldn't go to the concert. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they said.
But I saw him, right about that time. And T.I. goes off energy. I was really
yeah.
impressed.
But I don't think he does now.
No, probably not.
Oh,
Yeah.
old now. It's like
I saw
going what?
him, my first 2013, I saw, it was at, not Spotify House, it was Fader Fort, back when Fader Fort was like the
Actually
shit.
good.
Beta
Yeah.
Fort was the shit.
And where you would go and it was.
Hey, them motherfuckers were standing in line. How long was? What's the longest line?
We
you
stayed
stood?
in line probably hour and a half. At
Man,
least.
but that line
and we
would-
went early.
That line would be fucking like a mile long,
Yep.
like 5 people wide.
Yep.
Like a mile long. And I did hair at Fader Fort, and man, they give everything was free once you get in.
Yep.
Once you get in,
Free drinks, free shirts,
yeah,
free everything.
free everything, and then they bring out the baddest fucking performers. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like Usher.
Usher was there. So when I went,
Didn't they have Kanye and Jay-Z there that one time?
Watch the Throne. I saw that. I was there.
I wasn't there for
When they
that,
were up
though.
on the little cubes and shit.
But
and
we were there. T.I. came out like it was, but there would also be the unannounced people coming out.
Yeah, like the
'Cause
cameos.
you'd see the lineup and you'd
Yeah.
be excited. And then T.I. did like a surprise set, but he brought all the Grand Hustle out. So it was a T.I.
Dro.
set. B.O.B. dropped the song.
What
Trey
happened to
came
B.O.B.?
out. He's a lunatic, and he had like
No,
a good
B.O.B.
album.
went straight fucking pop on everybody.
Yeah.
Because
And
he came
crazy. And he wasn't B.O.B. one of the flat earth type people too?
Is he?
But he
I
was
don't know.
also
I think
one of the
so.
ones that had like a lot of like self-hate issues. He came
He
out
had
and
some
talked
bangers, man.
I know, but
Yeah.
he came out and talked
B.O.B.
about
had
it.
some
He
bangers.
had 2 or 3
He
albums
came out
that
and
went
talked about how
hard.
he
Yeah.
didn't like being called his name because he said it was disgrace. Like he didn't like being black. There was a bunch of shit that he came out with. It was like a bunch of self-hate shit. But he
brought
said
the
he
grant.
worked through that stuff, and he said that was a real big issue for him. He didn't like being called by his name and shit.
I think he made a ton of money in Japan. He was one of those that just blew up internationally.
Oh, really?
Even though he's not a big deal here, I think he's still making fat stacks.
Like Stephon
overseas.
Marbury?
Yeah,
And that
pretty
dude
much.
is killing. He's like the Michael Jordan of fucking China.
He has his own full museum dedicated to him
he has
in
a
China.
fucking in China.
That's
yeah,
fucking crazy.
That you could go there.
You can't get picked up by the NBA anymore.
That was a bunch of bullshit, though. He should have been playing.
And then he went to China and that, like...
He had a career in China.
Yeah.
They have they treat him like Michael Jordan.
He's a king of...
It was a 60-minute story, and they did a whole thing about it.
Shoes, everything, statues.
Yeah.
Like
Badass.
Yeah,
He loves it over there.
That's well, who wouldn't? Fuck, like
Yeah,
goddamn,
right.
they treat you like that. Goddamn.
Royalty.
Over here, you can't even make a team. You're a bum. Over there, you're fucking
I mean, fuck, he's
everything, which is tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the shows like that. That was like I would say if I had a list of shows, it'd be a T.I. I mean, a Bun B. Who was it? David Banner
David Banner. He couldn't even remember.
and fucking Ludacris.
I saw a random rock band at a house party my friend was throwing over on West Campus. And they had this big backyard. It had a stage on it.
Yeah, all them fucking houses.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, I
I saw
think it was
Snoop
like an
Dogg.
old-
Shit was trash.
But this was just a random local, like, friends of his rock band.
What rock band was
I don't know. I don't even know the name. It was so small. Just like a small
it?
bullshit
Like an 80s
rock
band
band.
or some shit? Don't tell me it was like Suede or fucking LC Rocks or
No,
some shit.
it was a no-name band. It was just a local bunch of local guys. And they came out and they, granted I was high as fuck when I saw it, but they came out and rocked it. The main lead singer was like out in the crowd, scream singing in people's faces, and I'm like, this is not my music at all, but this is one of the dopest things I've ever seen.
Oh, the show?
Yeah, like it was not. If you played me his CD, I'd go, this is trash, get it off. But seeing it live, being there in that moment in this backyard with a
Live
bunch
is
of
always
people,
better to me
Yeah,
than
live
I mean,
is always
everything. Like try to watch
Live-
baseball.
I don't know,
and then
there's-
go try to watch a live game.
there's some. You're saying live is
Everything
better?
is just better live.
I don't know. There's some whack. H-Town Throwdown was trash live.
But that's different though. It's not rock. Rock is always better live.
Oh, as they were saying.
Yeah, they're just gonna play their track and rap over it. Unfortunately,
There's a
There's
couple of
lots-
hip hop shit that ain't good live because it's hip hop.
I'm
It's like
bummed that
10
y'all
people on
saw
stage.
just an okay Crit show because every show I've seen with Crit is fire.
man, dude.
That one was doo doo.
It wasn't even due to it was just short.
Were they all
It
the same
wasn't-
price? Like even the ones you went to before, were they around $30 a show?
Yeah, right around there.
I feel like he got screwed because he didn't have an opener.
He had that one guy, you didn't see the opener because y'all were there, but the opener was shit. The opener was so bad. Yeah. And it was one of those awkward, crappy openers where you felt like it was just quiet enough. You couldn't talk to your friend about how shitty the opener was because you were afraid he would hear you and hurt his feelings. It was one of those shows where
Wasn't
I'm
it
kind of like,
T.I.'s son that was the opener or something like that?
I hope not. No, I don't think so.
Dumani,
No, he would
Dumani era?
I thought it was like
Is
that
that
dude's supposed to be all right.
not live? No, there's plenty of dudes who suck live in hip hop but are super dope in person. I mean, on
yeah.
like
Man, because
on
I want to go see
CD.
this 101X show that's coming up.
Are you gonna go see Freddie Gibbs at Empire?
I'm thinking about it because that's a cool venue to see him at. Are you going?
Man, I'm going to the Rage Against the Machine guitar player at fucking, I forget his name, Tom Morelli or
Oh yeah.
that dude.
He's
is
a badass.
fucking beast.
Speaking of hip hop in Austin, there's a dude I've seen him. I think I've seen him by now 3 different shows. Saw him at Devin the Dude once at Empire. I saw him at Bun B at Antone's. Were you at that show? Did I see you
I
there?
was at both of those.
You were at Devin the Dude?
Hell yeah.
I didn't see you, but
You couldn't see that motherfucker.
I know.
Hey, we were blazing it.
yeah. But anyway, so that show and then some other one I don't remember what. But every time I go, there is and I texted you about him at the show you went to. He's that bald Walter
yeah.
White. He looks like Walter White out of Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and looks super out of place. He's this older, like
Yeah, tall guy.
50-year-old white guy. He's always standing right at the front. Everybody looks at him like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? And after the Devin the Dude show, when he walked out, I pulled him aside. I was like, dude, I've seen you at like 2 or 3 rap shows. What is your deal? Like, you don't belong here. Yeah. And he was like, oh, man, I just moved here from like Iowa or Ohio or some weird shit. He's like, yeah, I moved here a couple years ago. I just love hip-hop, so whenever show I can find, I go to. I'm like, and I want this guy on my podcast just because he seems like a weird, nice, kind of cool dude.
Yeah.
And I took his number down after the Devin the Dude show, and I guess I didn't save it. So when I got home, I went to I saw you at the show, and I lost his number. That's why when you texted me you texted me the video of the show you were at, and I was like, hey, that guy, and I circled him.
I put it on social media.
Yeah,
and then
I screenshotted it, and I circled the guy. I was like,
that guy.
You get that Walter White looking guy, get me his number.
I looked at it, I was like, hell no. I ain't going to no motherfucker. But hey,
Can I get your number, bro?
I see him all the time, and I talked to him for a couple minutes one time. He seemed like a super interesting guy.
Yeah.
Just
So,
weird ass Austin
white guy-
stuff.
white guy love Roy.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, he'll be at Freddie Gibbs.
I hope so. He probably will be.
You know he will be. Freddie. That's gonna be a man.
That's gonna be a packed show.
I just started listening to him. How long you been rocking with him?
He
I
opened
thought
for
he's from Austin.
Freddie Gibbs. He's from Gary, Indiana, dude.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, they like love him here.
Oh, he's a
yeah, because
beast.
he's and also he kind of. I know I say this as the white guy, but Freddie Gibbs appeals to a lot of like that Run the Jewel type crowd.
Yeah.
He, for whatever reason, when I first saw him, he was a scary fucking black dude from Gary, Indiana. I'm not saying that in a racial way.
It's like he's scary.
He was an intimidating dude on stage. You're like, he might jump off stage and rob me right now. I wouldn't put it past him.
But he's a big guy.
Probably not me. I'm a bigger
Yeah.
guy.
You're
Bradley's a little bit smaller.
You're definitely not going to say the N word at his concert.
Yeah.
No, probably not. No,
I
probably
don't
not.
think it's gonna be a hood show.
No, that's gonna
None
be a
of the
white
shows-
show.
Look,
That's gonna be a
no
white
show
white
in
show.
Austin
Yeah.
is a hood show because there's no black people or
Did
no
you go to-
like
did you
real
go to
hood
Kevin
people here in
Gates?
Austin.
No, not my thing.
Oh, do you know anybody? I don't know anybody who went. I just wonder what that crowd was
But
like.
I saw Freddie Gibbs open up for Crit, like the first tour I ever saw Crit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That
So I've been following him and again, one of those guys who just goes off in person. You're like, who's this guy? Let me look his stuff up.
Yeah.
And
The crowd vibes with them really well.
yeah, but he's a little more. I don't want to say pop.
Mainstream.
Yeah, I guess. Like he's doing
our
stuff
guy
with
on
Mad
the
Lib.
Verge. Yeah, like he's on the
He was more of like a
underground,
a gangster rapper back in the day, trap rap, and now it's more look at how fucking talented I am. Which more power to him. He is super
he's
talented,
a beast, man.
but it's not like hardcore and gritty like it used to be.
Yeah, that motherfucker's a beast. I listen to him when I work out. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
He
he spits bars.
fuck.
Yeah.
You got like what the fuck did he just
He's
say?
got I'll send it to y'all. He's got a intro track to one of his mixtapes. I think it's called Welcome to Gary, Indiana. Because y'all know Gary is
Yeah,
really rough place.
hood.
Yeah. He's got this track. It's an intro to one of his albums, and it's just this happy beat, and then it drops into just this hard 808 bass. And the whole track is nothing but Gary news clips of like 3 kids shot in a drive-by. This happened, this happened, this happened. And the first time I ever heard it, I was driving home from something, and something about the beat and this person died. This grandmother got killed. This happened.
Damn.
This guy shot his wife in the head and rolled her in a rug and threw her body. And it's all to this super dope beat. I didn't realize I had tears coming down my face because I was just like, how does this happen in America that a city can just fall off so hard?
They don't give a fuck. What do you mean?
Something about this track. I got to send it to
Because
you.
it ain't nobody's parent. Like, there's no our government's kids don't live there.
Yeah, but that's
why.
Yeah, it's just totally
A bunch
forgotten.
of poor
It's-
black and Mexican people. They don't
yeah,
give a fuck
fuck
about
'em.
that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's how you. No,
No, that's not how I feel, but that's
Yeah.
what this song conveyed in a way I've like never heard on a track before.
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we were just talking about because people were like, "Oh man, I wonder if that show's gonna be ratchet." No, it's not gonna be ratchet because it's not really in Austin. It's not really hood anywhere.
I'm trying to. Yeah, what's
We don't-
the
we're-
what's
like-
the hoodest show you've ever seen in Austin? I'm
There's
trying to
not
think.
really any hood shows because we don't really have that. Like our hood compared to Chicago's hood.
back-
There's
well,
not a
no.
hood.
Back in the day, I mean,
Back-
I saw Bun in Fort
Ba-
Worth at a rough show once.
back in the early 2000s, they used to put on some hell of shows here. Like
yeah.
they would be now those shows in early 2000s.
But now it's all fucking hipster fucking shit.
Well, yeah,
Well,
because
evidently,
You can
like-
go to the hoodest motherfucker. Plus, hip hop has changed so much now.
Yeah.
Like, you can get the hoodest fucking hip hop dude, and you go to a show in Austin, and it's going to be like the whitest people ever. You'd be
That's
so
one
surprised.
thing I like about Crit is it's still super diverse.
yeah, Big Crew's diverse.
Yeah, it was diverse.
Like it's not.
Bum B's diverse too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum B's diverse.
I'm trying to think about some
But
of
he's
the
just a
widest.
Texas legend. It's like
Yeah.
fucking.
That H-Town Throwdown show is one of the widest rap shows I've ever seen in my
We
life.
might have to go again, be in VIP and do it right this time.
You and I will just go. We'll have to get crunk to
Yeah.
make up for everybody else's
We're
whiteness.
gonna burn that kid with that fucking cigarette.
What happened?
Throw your lighters up. We're just gonna light his head on fire and stick him up there.
They said it. I'm gonna get that kid shotgun high. I'm gonna cloud him up.
But have you been to shows like that where you want to like vibe out, drink, and get throwed, and there's kids there, and you're like, I can't.
Yeah.
They're not
Smoke
your
a bunch
kids.
of-
Fuck them damn kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, you
And I'll
fuck
tell you.
kids, bitch.
I'll tell you what was weird is at Red Rock Amphitheater.
Where's that? Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So you think you're in Colorado, legalize marijuana, I'm gonna go to a badass fucking show. I mean, Red Rock is what? It's probably like top 1 or 2 venues in the nation, if not the fucking world. And you can't fucking smoke weed.
Well, I mean, just because it's
It doesn't matter. You're in a legal fucking state, and it just no one smokes. Everyone's just vaping, and
Like you can't smoke, or they don't allow it.
they won't allow you to burn.
Is it like a burn ban thing? Or?
But they don't allow you to just smoke weed and walk in fucking public over
But
there
that's
either,
like, dude. Have you been to a show in Austin? People ain't smoking.
But it's different in Austin.
It's not different. It's not legal. Yeah, it's different. It's not
You
legal.
know,
here.
it's actually one of the first crit shows I saw was up in Canada. And you think Canada, everybody's getting high, no big deal. We were at the crit show. Do y'all know Smoke Dizza? Smoked it. He's a weed rapper. Go figure. He was opening up, and so everybody's blazing. My friend lights up a joint. He gets 2 puffs in. Security grabs him, rips him out the club. Doesn't say put it out, nothing. Just grabs him. My friend gone.
Just
I'm
like that.
What? This is Canada. Are you
Did you
kidding
go
me?
with them?
Fuck no. I'm not going to miss Big Crit.
God,
I didn't know the guy that long. I knew him for like.
we just met.
Yeah,
God.
I met him like a week before. I'm not about to miss
But
my
other
Big
people
Crit
were
show.
blazing. He just happened to be the lucky
Yeah, I
one.
guess so.
I seen something like that at I went to when 2 Chainz had just his first album, he's on
Back
stage.
when he was still Titty Boy?
Yeah, barely just switched over to 2 Chainz.
The last album was
Like,
the
he was
best
still-
one so far, though.
He was still playing Paperboy. Like he was
Oh.
Paper Bag. What was it Paperboy? Paper Bag.
His last album was the
Which
best
one
one
was
to me.
Lil Wayne? Remember that? If I don't do nothing, I'm about. What song is that?
I don't know.
Brown-
Keep singing it for us, though.
No, it's not brown paper bag.
I forget what it is, but anyway, he that was still one of his big hits. And this dude lit up, and fucking 2 Chainz is blazing, and this dude lit up, and I was smoking, and like the security was trying to throw him out, and I looked at the security, I was like, dude, the fucking guy on stage is smoking.
I've watched security yell at rappers before for smoking on
Yeah.
stage, and
Yeah.
they'll go, "Get the fuck out of here," and they'll blow in the face.
Yeah.
But
You get away with that here in Austin. So when you go to Red Rock, you can't smoke weed. Take your vape pen, and just get the edibles. Get the edibles made out of live resin, and you'll be.
They have edibles out of live resin?
Man, they hit. Ooh, they hit. Man, I'm normally like a,
He's like,
I'm like a
man,
50
look,
million.
he had a flashback. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
because I'll never. Hey, when we were there, hey, when we were there, when we were there, because I was thinking about when Monica. I'll never forget. I was driving, and then Monica's like, I think I feel it, and then right when she said that, I was like, boom, it hit me. I was like, I fucking feel it. Fuck yeah. So yeah, hey, so take some edibles made out of live resin. I forget the brand.
we made brownies back in college.
Yeah.
And I donated the herb. Our friend was
I donated the herb.
How much herb? What was the ratio? Do you know?
I want to say we put
An ounce?
quarter a half ounce in
You
there.
gotta put a whole ounce.
Of dro though, this one swag whack. Like this was. So anyway, I took a half sheet of brownies home, and I had never had edibles before. So I light up my bong, get a nice like buzz going, eat a brownie. I start to get the munchies. I hadn't thought my whole evening through. All I had was more brownies.
Yeah.
So I proceeded to eat an entire half sheet of brownies.
Why? You fucking
You woke
killed
up the
yourself.
next day.
I was
Fucking super high.
so high, I thought the police could drive by and feel how high I was and were coming to arrest
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So then, the next day I wake up, I worked at a call center. I woke up, felt like $1 million, went and got some sushi, was going to take my sushi and eat some sushi at work, put my little headset on for this call center. First call comes in, and I swear to God, I hear, wah, 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 wah.
Oh my.
I'm still high. I just take my headset off. I'm like, I'm sick. I'm going home. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I fucked with edibles
I was
like
gonna
that.
say you must have like I was like
You gotta know your dosage.
I
But you
went
didn't,
in
but when
blind.
you that's the thing
That's what I'm saying,
when you make it at home
Yeah,
though
you don't know your
Yeah.
you don't
You don't know
fucking
how much of it cooks
Yeah,
off or
yeah.
like.
Yeah, because I had the same thing.
Because I've cooked stuff the exact same way before and it not really do anything.
I did the same thing. I made my little at home concoction, and it was I only had a 1x1
Oh, one of the like little
baking
mini.
sheet.
Yeah.
And so it was 18 grams of
God.
like shake, and then 22 grams of I was using a vaporizer and the leftover. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Like
the
a
like
volcano.
dried up. Yeah.
So I was just like, I saw on YouTube that you could just say that
Reuse
shit,
that,
and there's still a lot of shit in there. So I figured with the 18 and at the 22, if I could get maybe like, just a third of that,
Jesus.
I'd be all right. Well,
You're still high from those brownies.
yeah, we made
aren't you?
that one sheet, and I woke up just like the way you did. The next day, I was high as fuck. I woke up and I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to influence the person I was with to make them like if I say I'm high, then they might think they're high. And so I just kept my mouth shut. And we walked in. We're getting ready to walk in, and she's like, I'm still high from last night. I was like, yeah, me too. Fuck, that's some good ass shit right there, boy. So that was my last at home concoction too, because that shit puts you out. You don't know.
Y'all ever play with shrooms?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Never.
You ever tried? But have you? Ever
I
tried?
have played with it, but that was a long time ago, and I had a terrible experience, and I left that to.
You ever tried liquid mushrooms?
No.
So liquid mushrooms are
Terrible.
Well, so it's the concentrate. So they extract the mushroom with, I think it's like 150% proof or alcohol,
I'm
whatever
good.
bullshit it is, right?
Man,
So they extract it, and then if I seen it in like a little, it looks like a
Biohazard sealed off.
it's dark brown, like it looks suspicious. It has a black cap on it.
But what's it called? What's the main word for mushroom? They had a story about this.
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin. They've been using it for
CBS News. Yeah.
you saw that?
60 Minutes.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Well, I've read like medical papers.
They've been
about
doing
it and
studies
stuff.
on. They did it way back in like the '60s, and now they're trying to bring it back because it's been helping people fight through like
PTSD, cancer, depression.
Yep.
What it also shows like.
But that's helps me. It helps me like as I get depression. If I like really like when I've taken it in the past and just fucked myself up in the fetal position for a couple hours tripping, like not party micro, but like when I'm like put out on my ass, I legit can feel depression cured for 2-3 months later.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why?
Hey,
Because it's the way I describe it, it's like hitting a hard reset on your brain.
Yeah, that's what they said. They showed a brain without it, and then they showed a brain with it, and it was like fucking like a ton of like.
They're showing the connections that it makes.
You're kind of like resetting all those connections.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So I took one holy fuck amount, which was I took a shot one time, and the guy was like, "Hey, look, the other shit, like you eat, and then you see how it feels, and you eat some more, and then that's it, right?" He goes, but this one right here, you got 20 minutes. He goes, from the time you fucking take it to the time you feel it, you got 20 minutes. So he goes, be ready. He goes, you don't want to do. And see, here was the plan.
You don't want to be driving. You don't want to be like out and about.
The idea was this weekend we were going to go camping, right? It was the last weekend of spring break. And the very last minute we went, right? The very fucking last minute, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go camping. And so we went out to Smithville, which is by Bastrop.
Yeah.
But they just had all those fucking campfires.
DJ Screw hometown.
Yeah, so then
railroad shit.
So then when you fucking when we went to the campsite, basically everything around where we were was burnt. So there was they couldn't spread people out at the campsites. Yeah. And so the person,
so y'all are like camping on top of each other.
Yeah, so basically I pulled up and like so along this wall was like 4 tents. And none of us know each other.
Nope.
And so we get there and like there's this fucking kid and they happen to get the corner lot and we were right next to them because those are the ones that were closest to the water.
It feels like you're reading my nightmare journal to me right now, dude.
I would tell you it's worse. So then this motherfucker here goes and starts practicing the trumpet.
The kid?
The kid.
Nope.
All right. So now, yes. Because the campgrounds people do whatever they fucking. I seen people have set up band equipment. They don't have like amps, but they're out there, guitars and shit. So I go to the front. I'm like, man, fuck this. I can't. We start to set up the tent, and this kid pulls out the fucking trumpet
out and shit, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, well, I haven't taken anything. Oh, okay. Like this is just like
you just know it's gonna be a bad vibe.
And so I was like, you know what? This is not set up. I'm gonna go to the fucking front. I got the answer for these motherfuckers. We're gonna go do primitive camping. This was like with electricity, with running water.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the primitive camping where there's no electricity. There's gonna be no fucking kids. All right, bet. All right. So if this was where we were like the camping area, the primitive camping was right there. And so I didn't know that. So when I went to the front, I said, hey, we need to move to primitive camping or some shit like that. They're like, cool, no problem.
They just moved you into the Trumpet Kids tent,
So they
basically.
moved us over to the primitive camping, right? And like, all right, so there's nothing there. There's no, like, you're literally surrounded by trees, but it's basically like bushes, and then right on the other side of the bushes is the other campsite. Like I can hear the kid from a distance.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying? The trumpet. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This is better than nothing. And so this was the last weekend of South by and spring break. And I'm literally, I've been waiting to see if Bum B was going to perform, because he always performs South by and he hasn't announced anything. Yeah. And then he also does his birthday thing for South by, his birthday bash for South by. Yeah. And so he didn't announce it. So I was like, he ain't going to do it. So let's just go camping.
This year?
No, like 3 years ago. And so then when
that was a good one too.
This motherfucker. It was during the day, right? I remember he did it during the day.
I think it started.
It started early, but then
it went into the evening.
I'll never forget.
But it was like every Who's Who rapper of all time.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, we're so now we're in the primitive camping, and I mean, the only thing that kept me from like getting out there a little bit later was the fact that I wanted to see Bun B for South by.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my homie at the time, and I tell her, I was like, oh no, she looks at me, she pulls up her phone, and she goes, it's Bun B. He's like, you, South by, you thought I wasn't going to have my birthday bash there? And I'm like, this motherfucker here.
If that's the show I'm thinking of, it was like Lil Wayne went up and Paul Wall, Trey, Crit,
see,
Wale.
Yeah. Hey, so
everybody.
Then the next morning, I woke up at like 6 a.m. And this was the trip that I was going to take those mushrooms on. Mm-hmm. The liquid mushrooms. Because when you do mushrooms, you ideally want to be outside.
Yeah.
You ever taken a holy fucking mount?
Yeah.
So ideally you want to be outside so that you're occupied with.
No, hell no.
But you don't want to be
scared as fuck. The trees are chasing you.
You don't
I was outside. The trees were fucking chasing me.
I've been out hiking and there were wild hogs that I could hear in the distance, and I go, nope.
No.
Yeah.
Dude. I never want to be outside.
Fight off
a wild hog.
But you don't want to be confined because you have too much going on.
See, we've got a bunch of friends have like 100 acres and they've got a trailer.
Yeah.
So you can go to the trailer or you can go hike out in the wood. Like that's the way to do it.
Yeah. So my
scary.
like the person that that you know says that they plan these retreats where everyone has to participate.
That's the worst is when you're around, even when you're friends that some are doing them, some aren't.
Yeah, you don't want to be around the ones who aren't.
It's a wrong vibe.
And so that was going to be our first place, and I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna take this shit here because I don't know what to expect, and you got a fucking kid playing a trumpet and cops coming by.
It's gonna be all fucked up.
What the fuck? Hell no. So then 6 o'clock, the next morning. Hey, we pack everything up. Fuck that. This camping trip is over. I ain't gonna be out here until Monday.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So we go back to the casa, and then we took it like a screwdriver with some orange juice, and that was a motherfucker.
You saw God.
Yeah. Hey. So look, talk about how
you were confined in the house or what?
So we went to the house.
Yeah.
And so everything starts to move. The walls are moving. The floor is moving. But I don't know about y'all, but I could see that, but then my brain is like, that fucking wall does not move. You know that.
Yeah.
So stop moving, wall. And now the person I was with, they're all like, and I'm like, the wall doesn't move. But I'm high as hell. And then the floor is like doing its thing, and she's all like, but look at the floor. I'm like, it's the floor. They're just tiles.
A friend of mine, where we go, she's got this. My friend's she'll do painting. She painted it's this gorgeous like silhouette of this like big booty chick, but it's the behind of her. And it's done with all these colors and lines. So when you trip, the girl's booty starts twerking. It's the craziest thing.
That's what's up. I would
just stared at that for like 15 minutes.
I wish I had some twerking booties, but I tried. The only thing I tried to order pizza, right?
I didn't have booties, but I had a pizza.
I already know it. You can't even talk with that shit, bro.
I called Mr. Gaddy's because I'm hood. I like Mr. Gaddy's. If you from Austin, you fuck with Mr. Gaddy's before Domino's, before Pizza Hut.
Did they used to have Double Daves down here?
They still do. They still do. Hell yeah.
Conan is what they really got.
Yeah, Conan is the one that's missing. But Double Days, this is Double Days.
No, I've been to Conan's.
Double Days in South Park Meadows. That buffet, all you can eat pizza rolls.
Really?
Yes, sir. Hey, so I'm trying to order pizza, right? And the lady is like, excuse me, sir. And in my head, I'm thinking, I got this. Like I want a fucking pepperoni, extra cheese, I want jalapenos.
It's all that's coming out of your mouth is Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so she's like, sir, I just can't understand. I don't know. And I hang up. And then I go tell my homie, I'm like, yo, I can't. Like she couldn't take my order. She goes, well, just go online. And this is like within the first hour. So this is like, the hit. This is the hit.
Yeah.
And so, yo, I'm fucking, I go online on my phone and I can't even put the fucking pizza together.
Yeah, because everything's all fucked up.
Yeah, because they're asking.
He didn't realize he was actually on like Ford's website building a car.
But you would think that they want fucking like when you call, they don't say, well, hey, do you want cheese on half the pizza? Why do they do that on the app? You see what I'm saying? When you call like, hey, how much sauce do you want on the app? Like on the app, it's like light, medium, or heavy sauce. Like they never ask that shit. Just give it.
He got all confused.
Yeah, hey, cancel.
No,
that.
I want a full pizza. I don't want a
the
half
hardest
pizza.
fucking order ever.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, fuck that app. I went back to the living room. Fuck that. Hey, we can't. We're stranded.
You were hungry on fucking mushrooms?
Hell yeah, but look, here's the thing.
You get hungry later.
Here's the thing. So at one point, I'm on the couch, and we're in a kumbaya ball of love with the dogs and everything. The dogs are in there, like we're all balled up, and the dogs are all like, "Man, I love this moment. Like I wish it would last forever."
I once was so off. I thought me and my friend had died and been raptured and gone to heaven.
Yeah,
like legit had like convinced myself I'm died and sitting in heaven with my best friend.
Bro, I was at a party and I thought all the white people were trying to get me.
They probably were.
No, I was scared as fuck.
Damn.
Like I had the worst trip ever. I was calling everybody racist, saying all types of crazy
I had
shit.
something similar happen my first time I ever did it. Same thing we were talking about different levels.
Yeah.
And I love white people.
We had
My mom's white.
half of them.
Shit was crazy. I'll never do it ever again.
It was like a dozen and a half of us, and we all took various amounts. Me and a couple people threw in, so we got bigger amounts. It was my first time ever doing it. I took a healthy amount, nothing crazy.
What's a healthy amount? That time I took 7 grams.
No, see, I took like
stupid as fuck. I didn't know that it was like gonna hit me like that.
I took
maybe half of that is probably what I took.
See, the shot that I took was 4 grams, and that was a motherfucker.
And it's all condensed.
Yeah, but I went to go. I had to leave the house.
Yeah.
So with this, like, I remember going back to the living room.
I'll never do this shit
I remember
again.
going back to the living room and be like, yo, I got to go get something to eat because I'm hungry. And not too far from my house is a Sonic. Like, in the middle of my hood is a Sonic. There ain't nothing, like it was a Sonic. And so we went there, and I knew one of my homegirls worked there. And I didn't want any hookup. I just wanted to say, what's up, right? And so the car hop brings out the food. I give her the money. I look at her, and I go, hey, is Catherine here? And she goes, who? I go, Catherine. And she's, who? And I look at my passenger, I'm like, Catherine, right? And she's like, yeah, Catherine. I go, Catherine. And she goes, nah, I know Catherine works here. I was like, God damn, I thought I was tripping again. You know, I was like, God, I was like, God, it's happening live. How the fuck did I place the order, but she can't understand me? God damn. I ended up driving to Dripping Springs that day.
You didn't make a whole bunch. Just stay home. Jesus Christ.
Y'all let me finish. I had to go, and so my co-pilot is looking at the fucking passenger, the windshield, like, and I'm driving, and I don't know if you noticed, but from what I've heard, is if you get too elevated, the best thing to do is to light up to bring you back down a little bit. I know that's
I've had it hurt me. I've had it help me.
I didn't know.
I've had it blow up in my face before, and I've had it be awesome.
So I just knew again that I didn't want to be inside while I was like feeling like the way I was, and I'm not bragging because it's dumb now that I think about it, but I just knew at that time I didn't want to fucking be inside, and so that's when we ended up driving to Dripping Springs because I only got fucking tater tots from Sonic. I wanted this fucking burrito.
See, man, I can't
for this
fuck with
taco
no
truck in
shrooms,
Dripping
man.
Springs.
No, but so
But microdose.
Microdose is fun, but when
Microdose is the shit.
Dude, but the problem is, like I said, different level, people on different levels. So like several of us did like
the holy fucking
trip. A whole bunch of people took like a piece or two pieces. So we all went on a hike. Some of us are just all like on the same plane of existence.
Yeah.
And then we get back, and some of the girls who only took like a piece or a little bite or this
You're
or
not getting
that,
lazy.
these aren't real shrooms. I'm not feeling anything. So I got in my own head that my friend gave us all fake shrooms. And so then I started to panic.
Portobello mushrooms.
Yeah. So then I started to panic in my own head of, well, then why do I feel like this if everybody else isn't? And I felt like everybody had, like you said, the
joke was on
paranoia.
you.
The
Bro,
joke was on me, and everybody was just quietly laughing, waiting for
Last
me
time
to
I did that
figure
shit, I
out that
was
it was
20
a
years
joke.
old. I'm 36 now, and I never done it ever again. I said, fuck that.
No, you're soft. You can do
Yeah,
it again.
I'm soft as a motherfucker. After I started calling people I know racist and fucking...
I mean, you were probably right on a couple of
Bro, I
them.
was tripping the fuck out. I had my hands in my pockets. I remember waking up, and I was at this party. Everybody was gone. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had been fucked up, talking shit to everybody. Supposedly, my homeboy came out. He said, "Bro, you all right? You been out here all night." He said, "You were calling everybody racist. Everybody's all scared and shit." I said, "Yeah."
See, I had the sense to, like, when I felt myself going off the deep end,
Dude.
take
He said-
myself up,
he
and I
said-
just went and got in bed.
Yeah, he said we were trying to calm your ass down. You were out here fucking looking at cars go
But are you
by.
able to go to sleep? See,
No.
I've taken a
Nope.
microdose like a little too late in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've taken like 3/4 of a gram like at 7, and like I'm laying down like at 10:30, and like you don't feel it, like you're not tripping or anything. But here's what I've noticed: either you're doing something to get that energy out, like whatever, like whatever it's gonna have you do, or you're gonna sit yourself down and think way too fucking
You know
much.
what's what the best like happy medium is? I've done this a couple times. Nature shows like PBS shit,
Yeah.
Netflix,
Also feel
like
like
Planet Earth
whatever
stuff.
mood you're in,
You
Yeah,
get
you
in
don't
that
want to be in a
zone.
negative
when
mood.
when you do that type of shit, it's like whatever mood you're in, that is gonna come out. So if you're in a bad mood, I feel like whenever I took them, I was always like in a bad mood. I just wanted to like escape, and I should never have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking
Nah,
that was scary.
that's just
Yeah.
I'm smart
didn't know
enough
it
with
was
myself
young.
to know that like
Yeah,
if I feel myself going to a place, just go be alone, ride it out, and then I come out feeling like $1,000,000. I did that once. We were all out camping. I felt myself just going off the deep end. I was like, guys, I'm going to my tent. I'll see you later. Went there, curled up in the fetal position, put music on, and just tripped and traveled through universes and time and space for a good 2 hours. And then I opened my eyes, and it was like light switch was turned off. I was like, not high anymore. So I get out of the tent. I'm feeling like just, Billy Big Dick, just amazing. I didn't realize all my friends, while I was tripping, just kept doing shrooms and kept getting more fucked up. And a lot of them were going into real dark places. So I'm coming out. I've got a smile on. I'm like tap dancing. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? He's like, I want to kill myself right now. I am
I never
in the
got
worst
like
place ever. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, because we all just kept doing drugs while you were like having a great time in your tent.
damn.
And I had to like help a couple friends out. Like, hey man, it'll be all right. Like,
Damn,
it's
like,
okay.
yeah,
because the trick is, like I said, everybody on the same level. Y'all take the same amount at the same times, and that way you kind of
Everybody's kind of feeling off.
Vibe
yeah.
the same
You
way,
guys are
same
all.
vibe.
I'm not here while you're here,
Yeah.
and then he's.
I-
That's the way to do it.
I
But
had
everybody,
to-
it hits them different. Everybody, and so
My friend Liam,
sometimes-
he's a skinny guy, and so he like went super dark.
Yeah.
And then I'm still giggling and having a great time. I'm like, hey man, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And then as he starts to come out of it, I'm a bigger guy. It starts to hit my system, and I go down. So it's kind of nice because we were both able to kind of take care of each other.
Nice.
Because we were on different levels, but
That's what's up.
fuck shrooms.
hard to
I-
disagree.
I had them at ACL. They were great.
Terrible.
I had it.
I have friends who said that ACL is actually a great place to do it because everybody's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that'd give me a panic attack. There's just so many people, and
I just microdosed. I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
taking. I
I had friends doing acid and stuff out there. Hell no.
Fuck
Yeah, I've
no.
never done that type of shit.
I've never tried acid. I tried the hardest thing I ever tried in my life.
He's like black tar heroin out of a spoon.
Ecstasy. That was it. Ecstasy. I tried ecstasy.
I heard
once.
that's kind of nice.
It didn't work. I didn't feel
Always nice.
anything. So
Oh, really?
I tried ecstasy one
I've
time.
never done it.
It's great.
Never tried coke.
Have you?
Never tried anything else.
I did coke once.
Never. What was that like?
Stupid. But I'm the kid who was prescribed Adderall when I was like 12
So
though.
you got, cause that's coke.
I'm not. Yeah, it's all uppers. I'm not wired for like uppers to bring me up. I'm the kid who took Adderall and speed
government
to like
owns it.
calm down.
Yeah.
So
Prescribed cocaine.
yeah.
So you didn't like it.
prescribed
So it didn't
meth.
work for you.
No, it just tasted terrible and I had a headache all night. It was not my
Yeah,
thing.
never-
That wasn't cocaine.
No. Just snorted a lot of baking soda.
That was a whole bunch of Ajax. Like, gotcha. They gotcha.
But also, everybody looks like an asshole doing cocaine. There's not a cool way to do. Everybody looks
There's
like
a
a
lot more people
douchebag.
doing cocaine than you probably know.
I know, but whenever you see people doing it,
tons.
they all look like
I
an
worked in the
asshole.
bar industry forever. Cocaine.
Have you ever seen somebody looking cool doing it?
I've never
No.
seen, but you've probably seen people doing cocaine that you just didn't know were doing cocaine.
Yeah, because you were probably buzzing or drunk at the time.
I understand
too.
I've been around people on it, but
No,
I'm
that's
saying,
like,
like,
you're talking
the act
about
of
the
watching.
dumb fucks. Oh yeah, actually doing. Nobody looks cool snorting a line.
No, that's my point.
Nobody.
no.
$100 bill, CD case, mirror, doesn't matter. You look like a douche.
Everybody looks like a
Yeah.
douche.
It's awkward.
Yes.
And now you ruined the fucking party.
Yeah,
Thanks.
now you're the guy that brought the coke to the
Nobody
party.
looks cool. That's why they're all trying to do it when you don't see them.
Yeah, I'm all
Nobody wants
right
to-
with that.
Nobody wants to be seen doing cocaine.
What about being around people that do coke? Like, see, that was my. I separate myself. I like to surround myself with people like me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't really hang out. Like, I do have buddies that drink, but they don't really go too hard on drinking. You know, we pretty much all.
It's all recreational drugs, though.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's doing some type of drug.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't hang.
You don't
out-
want to be around a crackhead cocaine dude.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I
There's
never
some
really-
people that just do it. Just
I never. Yeah, but I never really. I don't. It would be shocking for me if I found out one of my people was like,
Bradley.
well, I don't know if he might have done it, but I don't know if he did it
That's a
now.
long
It would be
time ago.
shocking to me.
yeah, that's
I'd be like, man, I'd feel
that's
dang,
fucking-
Bradley.
I mean, that's my old days.
We're gonna rehab you. We're gonna
He needs it.
We're gonna save his ass. We ain't gonna let him go off the deep end. Keep him off the stripper pole. We got him off the first
Because
time.
he's gonna break it.
Not even. Hey, it's an easy life for him. He knows how to make money on that pole.
He knows how to shake it.
It's easy life. You know, we ain't trying to go down that route.
This
All right,
podcast
well,
has
shit.
gone off the rails.
I know. This is with the recreational drugs,
Yeah.
cocaine. We
That-
never did crack, right?
Yeah. I don't
Well,
have
that one time, Bradley called everybody racist again.
Dude,
And
I
you-
don't
and
know
you
what
said the N-word.
happened. That was shit was terrible, man. I was fucking.
shit happens.
After that, I was like, I'll never do this shit again. It's just bad.
I still went back. I gave it another couple tries. Till
I
it
just
worked.
microdose.
That's
I'm just a half a gram to
it's
3/4 of a
fun,
gram.
but it's not therapy. Like
nah.
I find benefits to both.
Yeah, I just do it just to. I mean, if you microdose, it gets you like giggly high.
Yeah.
Like it gets me like fucking geeky high.
Yep.
Like you're laughing about like the tree. Stupid shit. You know what I mean? So, well, shit, man. Well, I appreciate y'all taking some time out y'all motherfucking days to make this shit happen.
For sure.
You know, next time you won't see Chris, you'll just hear him. He'll be off on the side doing his thing. He'll chime in with some questions. You know, we might bring the camera over to him if he allows us. He likes to be discreet over there.
In the shadows. Yep.
All right, well, we'll catch up with you next time, man.
Yeah,
It
for
never
sure.
hurts to ask. We Got You
Appreciate
podcast. Come check us out. Short Hair Co. Bradley Jackson.
Don't forget about the anniversary.
3rd year anniversary,
Yeah.
August 27th. Hopefully we
going
get this
down.
out.
Instagram. It never hurts to ask. Well, I don't know what y'all's are.
We don't have Short Hair
Bradley.
Short Hair Company.
Whatever.
Bradley
Yeah,
Jackson.
Bradley J. the Barber.
Is
Here
it?
we go.
I'm not friends with
Instagram,
that
yeah.
account.
Bradley J. the Barber?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Bradley J. 512.
That's the one I think I
That's how it's
got.
going down. I got 2.
I'm not cool enough to be on the other one.
I mean, you are, but you just got to add me. That one's harder to get
Wow, I
followed.
thought we were
I'm,
cool.
I'm not on none of them. I don't
You're
have.
on,
I just
you're
have
on Short
Facebook.
Hair Co.
I'm just on Facebook.
all the time.
Those are work videos.
Sure.
I'm on Twitter too, but I don't never fucking post anything.
Fuck Twitter.
tweeting?
I just be fucking talking shit to everybody.
I know.
Like I hit up LeBron, I say, "Bitch, don't be talking about China."
Goodbye. I'm turning this off. I'm not getting into China with you two.
I'm just kidding,
I'm about to go down a slippery slope with him.
Yeah, right. That's another 2-hour podcast.
bro. Come on, bro. Come on. He should have never said.
Oh,
anything.
he's a fucking bitch.
No, he's not. I wouldn't say
No,
all
he's
that.
a sellout,
I wouldn't say all that.
hypocrite bitch. Fuck LeBron. Fuck LeBron till Thursday.
Yeah, I tried to say.
Also, Mahomes blew his knee.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that.
That's what I was checking out.
fucking saw.
Blew his knee?